just wants to eat.
Wow. God, dude. Hey, good morning, guys. My name's Adam from Driven Nashville, and I'm excited because today is probably one of the most beautiful days of the year. It's 71 degrees, it's fall. And in front of me is a Kemora Grey 2020 Audi R8, well, not Plus, because that was the old version. Now it's called Audi R8 Performance, okay? I happen to think, and my friend Steve brought it over today. We're going to get him on video here in a little bit, driving the car and showing you it. But I think this might be one of the nicest spec R8s, just period. Like maybe ever. Now the R8's been going since 2000. Well, really they came out in 2006, and probably the last generation that has a naturally aspirated V10. Now Audi and Lamborghini, you probably all know this is the same engine in the Huracan, but ultimately this is the piece de resistance of this freaking car. It is so damn good. When we fire it up and we're driving, it's got a 7 dual clutch in it, 7-speed. It hits, okay? Now also on this particular spec, you've got, with the performance package, you know, you get the upgraded carbon, you get the wing, all in carbon fiber. One of my favorite features that a lot of people don't even show on this car is this whole thing back here is exposed, so heat comes off and you really see the heat waves and you can see the exhaust inside. You get full carbon fiber diffuser, and check out the exhaust on this car. It's got the blacked out emblems, which is an upgrade. I think it costs like $300 to get them all blacked out. Full carbon fiber engine. Interior, this is how you open on this particular car. Push down right here. It's got, I mean, I don't know what color red this is, but it's just on point with this particular spec. It's got the upgraded quilt stitching, full carbon fiber interior. You put the WeatherTechs in it too. Check out the ceiling too. The ceiling's all stitched. Now, because this is a mid-engine car, you get the front mount in the front. You know, this particular car has always been considered, I don't know, the everyday supercar. I think that's the line I've heard over and over again. I don't know if I daily this, but you absolutely could, because frankly, it's got practicality. You know, you've got a really comfortable interior, as we'll see in a minute, and you've got the front trunk here where you can easily put a couple of sizable suitcases in it. Now, a couple of notes on the front of the car. You know, and this is really where some people, I think, didn't necessarily like the Audi. They made some design changes. This right here, when I did the Lamborghini Urus video, this right here is ultimately something that I think you're gonna like or don't like, but it's kind of part of the new design language. It's not functional. However, you do get a functional carbon fiber splitter up front, and most of this, is all closed off except for here is open. So half is closed, half is open. And these right here also are not functional. But I personally love the way it looks. I think it's gonna age really well. Let me shut it and you can see how it starts to look. It's very aggressive looking. It's probably one of the most aggressive fronts of any car out there. It's just part of their design language. So you love it or hate it, I personally dig it. Now the brakes are red. They are also carbon ceramics. And you can see here, these are called anthracite wheels. It's a certain polish they do. So they're essentially gloss black. Again, these are very sexy wheels. They're 20 inches. Now we'll come in here. Let's fire it up. See how it sounds. Which foot? This car is already warmed up. You just drove it over here. Now when you want to change the exhaust note, you hit this button right here. And it noticeably changes this car. So I gotta say, this engine is the reason why you're gonna buy an Audi, specifically an R8 Plus or Performance. It's really hard to beat that. And the red line on this thing goes almost to 9,000. It also, come over here, it also displays your power and torque in the meter. And it's just something about it when you, and it backfires. So we're gonna take this for a spin. I'm gonna have the owner, Steve, come on. You know, it's his car. I've driven it before. He's totally cool with letting me drive it, but it's always fun to watch owners drive their own vehicles. It's one of my favorite parts about it for me. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. I love hearing your comments and just getting to know so many of you all in the car community. It's been a lot of fun these last couple of years. And let's take it for a spin. All right, guys, this is Steve.
Hey.
So let's fire her up. Go for a drive. Sounds. Just saying. All right, so we got to get out of my neighborhood here so we get to take it easy. So tell me, what about the R8? You know, it is a supercar, right? Let's be honest. But why the R8? You know, we've talked about McLaren 720s. We've talked about a number of other cars. What was it about this vehicle that you just like, this has got to be my first?
Well, first, back then in 2017, I actually wanted obviously before that, but in 2017 when I was getting ready to do it, it wasn't even about the 720S, right? That wasn't even really on the scene, right?
Right.
Back then it was mainly because my son and I wanted it. I wanted it, he wanted it, and because he wanted it, I wanted it.
Right.
Makes sense, right? And of course, obviously with what took place with him, we had to wait a little bit, and I had to get it. I had to get the car this year for him and for myself. Naturally aspirated V10. First, it looks sick, right? I mean, Iron Man and shit. When I came
yeah, I do love some Tony Stark. Yep,
It looked awesome.
Yep, that was
naturally aspirated V10. All the carbon and stuff that goes with it. But you mentioned it earlier, the fact that you can daily it, right? Like right now, we've got an auto. The gear change is like invisible, especially when it's downshifting. You don't even feel it, right? Now, if I switch it to dynamic, it starts to get really aggressive, much like a Huracan would at that point. So it's the difference that at the push of a button, I can make it go FU mode, or you can make it be just a regular daily driver.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
24 miles per gallon. Now, I have never gotten there.
24, wow.
You say you can get 24 miles per gallon. The highest I ever get is 18.
Wow, that's incredible.
But full disclosure on that, right? When I got 18, I was only in auto for a few exits on the highway, and I got it to over 18. So, you know, typically I'm...
Yeah, you're smashing it. You're smashing it.
Typically, and we'll go through the different modes, but anyway.
Well, I didn't know this power and torque thing that's really cool.
And you can change that. It can be, you can put the G-force there. You can put the tires, right? Temperature, all the different things. This is completely customizable.
Just
with Audi's digital MMI.
And this guy's has the B&O sound system. It has the carbon fiber. It has the quilt stitching up here. I mean, really, is there anything in this car you didn't get spec? I think it's got it all.
We clicked every box, and
you literally can see the engine right behind you. How cool is that?
There was only one in the country left like this with the red interior, and so we had to pick it, grab it, and ship it.
Took you a while to find it, if I recall, though.
Yeah. Because again, I was also still debating between Suzuka Grey or the Kemora Grey. Because I hadn't seen the Kemora Grey because it was new for this version, right? So because I hadn't seen it, I was like, and I know what the Suzuka looked like. I took a gamble and decided to go with the Kemora Grey. I had to get it with red interior, and here we are. And obviously, the thing is bad. The color is awesome.
The process.
So right now the car's in auto. When it's in auto, you guys, maybe you can hear it or not, but the car's really tame, right? The suspension's really smooth. The steering's it gives a little bit, and then the exhaust and such in the background is quiet. Now you can change with the drive select. And you can roll it through dynamic, which steps it up. You hear it right there. The baffle's open.
Oh, wow.
It revs a little higher.
It feels like it's eating more fuel, too.
You can feel it, right? And now it'll crack. There we go. Right, you actually hear it a lot more. And we put it back. So what I like typically, of course, on a road like this, you hit the little checkered flag. It turns it into performance mode. You hear it change even a little bit more. Traction control automatically goes off, so you can just hit the little traction button, and it actually will turn it back on. So you still have the four-wheel traction control, but now you're in manual performance, and this thing just wants to eat.
Wow. God, dude, the car's performance is it's unreal. I mean, damn.
So, that's when we're talking about mileage, right? You could easily daily drive this thing in auto or even comfort, right? It's essentially the same thing. Comfort makes it super smooth and quiet all the time. Auto is still kind of dynamically changed based on how you're driving it. I typically will leave it in auto, but it's easily a daily driver. But then when you want to have fun, quickly just hit this checkered flag, and the car just comes to life.
Love it, man. So, all right, well, man, it moves. Damn.
So you say why an R8? That's why an R8, right?
Yeah, you make a great point. You know, it's supercar fast. Watch out. Jesus, what an idiot. Hello, we're coming here. If we were going much faster.
It's supercar fast, but with daily driving practicality if you wanted to. One thing I didn't like in older Lamborghinis, granted, this is single clutch versus double clutch, but you get that jerking all the time, right? I mean, even in the McLaren, the 720S, you don't get the jerking, but it's a lot harder ride, you know, especially with those damn seats. So with all of that, this car was so good because I have plenty of room. Huracan's way tighter.
That's true.
720S is way tighter.
That's true.
Headroom, right? Because of how they kind of roll this up a little bit, you get way more headroom than you would. Like on the Lamborghini, I'm looking at the top of the windshield.
You're right.
all the time.
You're right. I had that problem in the Performance.
In the convertible, I either got to get above it, and then you get hit in the head with rocks, or I got to get under it, right?
Yeah.
So it's.
So this is better for tall people. Yeah, I've heard that before. It's more practical. So this is in dynamic?
This is actually in performance.
Okay. So that's 611, is that right?
602.
602.
Actually what it says on paper. 602 horsepower.
0 to 60 in what? 3?
3.2. Again, what they say on paper. A lot of guys here that probably see this. A lot of people have shown it's actually like 2.9 in the performance. But either way, I mean, we just hit over 80 in that split second.
Yeah. I also love the hips on this car. It looks great from the rear view. Look at that. Very cool.
So again, now we can just hit the drive select mode again if you want to just cruise through the country.
Yeah, it does really lug really nicely.
Now we switch it back to automatic, and now the car's quiet. It just rides.
Yeah.
Totally smooth, right? Recording?
Yeah. Couldn't be a better day today. It literally couldn't be a better day.
Clean day.
Oh, the brakes. The brakes are very good. Very good. Woo! Wow, man, this is a great piece of kit. Oh, yeah.
The tracks are incredible.
So good.
You know, even with the newer version, when they quieted it down a little bit compared to the olders, it's still, I mean, you can still get this thing to pop. Especially performance mode. Listen to this right here.
Yeah, and that's a stock exhaust, too. I mean, that's an incredible thing from the factory.
Like on left?
Yeah, watch out for this car. But they really need to trim that. Jeez. Oh yeah. Woo! Man, that's the thing. You're not even all the way on it. You're just quick shifting. It's
Not
great.
even all the way on it, and I didn't even hit. So again, Audi owners don't understand this to some degree, but there's a button behind the pedal. So you can just bring the pedal down normally and it's fine, or you go and smash past it, where you try to put your foot through the floor. You'll hit that button and the car just explodes. Really awesome.
Oh my God! What the hell was that?
That was the button.
Dude.
It's awesome. Super fun car. Everybody knows this enough by now. You've seen enough videos of R8s and stuff going on there. But the car is dope. It's super badass. Still love the 720S. Still love Huracans. But I love that I have this car, and I will keep it in the collection for quite some time while we get the others.
So, how fast have you had this car? We just won't say.
Yeah, on track.
Yeah, no, in Mexico.
Right? I still haven't hit it over 200. I think the fastest I've gone so far is about 160.
160, that's fast.
160. But it got there quick, and it drives. The thing about this car, Adam's always on my ass about it, because I'm talking about getting a VF Engineering supercharger or a Hennessy twin turbo.
I think he's crazy.
The car, right now in stock, it's just not scary. It is in such control.
It's scary for me.
Yeah, you're in the passenger seat. I get that, right? But once you get this car and you become part of it or whatever, it's like it's in such control. You know, growing up, the first car that I got was a Mustang GT 5.0, right? Rear drive, obviously, 5-speed manual, and that bitch, you smash on that thing, the rear end will come out, right? You'll spin all over the place. I don't feel that with this. Granted, front engine versus mid engine, wheelbase, all the differences that go with that, but the car is in such control all the time that you can really push it.
I mean, if you put another 100, 200 horses into it, you're going to lose a little bit of that.
Yeah, so that VF engineering is going to push me at, I think, 810. The Hennessy twin turbo will get you to 910.
That's, I mean, dude, 910. I mean, it's hard. It's so fast. God. 40. There, let's give him a sound here underneath the bridge. Man, this car pulls so hard though, that all-wheel drive. It makes all the difference, you know? When all 4 tires hook up, it just pulls like a freight train. I mean, the G's in this thing, it's really unbelievable. Honestly.
It really is. And again, beaten like a dead horse. I put the windows up. Beaten like a dead horse, right? Dual clutch talk. The dual clutch on this thing is so fast, so seamless.
Yes.
It's just incredible, right? I mean, it does not skip a beat.
I mean, is it better than Porsche's PDK?
Well,
or is it as good?
I think there's discussion
it's not
about
worse.
The PDK is slightly better. I personally don't know, right? I don't
maybe the fact it's just because it has a flat 6 to deal with versus a 10, but considering that's a damn V10 right behind you, it's unbelievable how they contain that engine. Yeah, it really is.
The gears just fly, like so smooth. There's no jerkiness. Now I will say, when it's in dynamic mode in auto, I feel like it's, especially on the downshifts from third to second, it's a little hard because however Audi has it timed. But when you manually control it and do, it's like awesome. And obviously when it's in comfort or auto, again, like we mentioned earlier on, they're completely invisible. You do not even feel the gear change. It's unreal.
Are you going to keep these tires on it?
Yeah.
Are they? So what do you got? PS4s?
Yeah, the Michelin S4s.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in dynamic, automatic. So I'm not shifting anymore, letting it do its own thing.
So it doesn't hit that hard. Is it? So this is in top spec mode.
The dynamic is really close as far as the performance mode. It does it all in automatic, but again, it's all based on what you do with the pedal. Right? So if I...
Oh, God,
right? You hit that button, it says, okay, go.
Shit.
Scare the horses.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know how you don't call this car scary, because that's pretty scary fast.
It's fast. As fast as can be, but it's
yeah, let's give it another 200 horses. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? See what we can do. You can always back off.
Yeah.
Right? You can always back off.
Oh man.
You can only get so much.
God, that's just unbelievable. You know, one of the design features, guys, I really like about this car, it kind of looks a lot like the Ferrari in a lot of ways, but except the Ferrari kind of goes down like this, right? But it's just got these really elegant looking buttons here, and you have the USB charging right here. It's just cool.
Well, it's wireless. So
wireless here.
On a wireless pad.
Oh, that's
so it
awesome.
Charges wirelessly now.
Do you have to put the key in here?
No.
Okay.
That's just a carriage.
Oh, it's just a carriage. Look at that. So it's all Bluetooth, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And here's how you do your wow. So everything's on the screen here. So you have no center. I just realized that.
It's all here.
Interesting.
And everything that you can do here, I can do here.
Right. I just put 2 and 2 together on that one. What does this do? Is this just
nothing?
Okay.
Just there.
Got it.
Then you have your cup holder.
Okay.
So at least we've got 2
a little
cup
practical.
holders.
Yeah. That's nice. Nice little stitch line here too. Looks like, is this stock or is this an upgraded bag?
They gave it to me, so I don't know if it came with it or not. But
what is this right here? SD?
DVD. It's the SIM card, because I have it connected to the internet. So
this doesn't have a front camera. This actually has a CD player.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. A 2020 with a CD player.
Right.
Wow. That's actually the most surprising thing I've heard in the whole video. Did you pay for that?
No.
Who put CD
There's
players
memory
in?
cards, right? So
Maybe I drive too many Teslas. I don't know.
Strange to me as well.